Hello everyone. Let's start this channel on a good note, shall we? So, of course, we're gonna talk about fat phobia, but more specifically, what I think is the biggest lie that has been fed to fat people over the years. Of course, I need to tell you a little bit more about me so that you understand where I'm coming from exactly on this issue. I am 38 years old. I started getting fat around the age of 12 or 13, so this is all I've ever known. And when social media came along, it didn't make things any easier, so my life was a bit, let's say, less hard than some people, but it was still quite hard for me. And at this point, I'm not shy about numbers, so I can tell you mine. In the metric system, I am about 1.65 meters high, and I weigh about 131 kilos, and I think it's the imperial system or something. That makes me about 5'4" and approximately 289 pounds. Yeah, I'm just a person who's fat. So, what is that big lie, you might ask? Well, the big lie is that many people are just concerned for our health. Yeah, I was fooled in the beginning. Because to me, caring about someone's health is the right thing to do, the nice thing to do. You know, it's like if I wake up screaming in pain in the middle of the night, one of my family members is going to check on me, you know? So that is good, that is nice, right? And in the beginning, I didn't quite pay attention. But then I started to slowly realize that almost every single time someone was talking to me about my health, they were actually telling me, "You're not thin." The only thing they care about is the fact that I am not thin. Now, it is hard enough when you've gained some weight. But let me tell you, it is even harder when the extra weight is all you have ever known. Because if someone tells you you're not thin, it can make you end up thinking that you're not good enough and that you will never be. And I hate that. And also, when you really look at it in a cynical way, you realize that this health thing is just a cover-up. They don't want to go, all obvious, and they don't want to sound mean, so they are going to try and find the one thing that no one can say anything to them about. Because of course, if you care about someone's health, no one can say, "Oh, you're so bad, why'd you do this?" Well, I will say it. If you share health concerns with someone, but what you're basically saying is, you should be thin instead of fat, then yeah, you are a bad person. Because even right now, I can give you, let's say, 5 minutes, and maybe even less time than that. You go online and you look up people, situations, famous people even, people who look like they could be in magazines, and maybe some of them actually are in magazines. Thin people, amazing looking people. And it turns out that their health is much worse than mine. Does that make me a better person? No, it doesn't. Does that make them better people? No, it doesn't. But it doesn't change the fact that you have to stop equating health with thin. There are many, many, many causes for obesity. And you are not going to resolve the issue by saying eat less, exercise more. Because this is not how it works. Yes, sometimes changing the food you eat can help. Sometimes changing your exercise regimen can help. But many other times, your mental health is also very important. Which is another reason why I think the health thing is such a big lie from many people. Because sometimes you will try to explain to them exactly why your mental health is not okay, but they don't care. All they care about is the fact that, oh, you're fat, you exist, that shouldn't happen. Because there's another thing in this. To me, fat phobia can be separated in two parts. There's the oppression part, and there's the actual phobia, where people are so afraid of becoming fat because they know how we get treated in the end. And when they see someone like me, it's like there's a short circuit somewhere. Because why should they go through all of this effort to avoid looking like me if I, looking like I do, enjoy life so much? Sure, there are things that I cannot do the same way everyone does because I do take up more space. But other than that, I am lucky that I do not hate myself. There are many people out there who hate themselves because society has taught us that this is how it should be. But no, it's not. This is not how it should be at all. Just because I'm fat does not mean that it has to have an impact on your life. If you don't want me in your life, that is okay. I don't care. I'm going to be enjoying life with people who matter. And if you are so shallow and so fatphobic and such a bad person that the mere fact of me being fat just troubles you, then yeah, good riddance, bye. I don't want that kind of people in my life. And there have been many instances where I've been like, the more you try to talk to me about my health, the more you try to imply that I'm not thin enough, the more weight I'll gain. And this isn't me being all, I'll gain weight on purpose. But it's more something along the lines of, if you can't handle me right now, what makes you think I'm going to go through all of the effort of changing my entire life to accommodate your bigotry? I'm just going to, live life the way I want. I'm going to dress the way I want. I'm going to do my thing. And if you have a problem with fat people, you have to ask yourself, why? Is it because you just don't like looking at us? Well then, don't. Is it because you don't want to look like us? Well then, if it ends up being that much of a problem, maybe therapy can help you. So if you're fat, to recap, I can tell you this. Not everyone who says that they care about your health actually does. Most people actually just want you to be thin. They don't care about your actual health. They don't care about your mental health even. They just want you to be smaller. They don't want you to take up space. And you enjoying your life publicly with extroversion. If you're an extrovert, yeah, I was trying to think of the word, but I couldn't really remember it. Well, that troubles people, and you know what? Never feel sorry. There is a lot to enjoy out there. It can be relationships, it can be food, it can be music, it can be many things. And it really doesn't matter whether you're fat or not. And remember, thin does not automatically mean healthy. So, that's it for today's video. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe and comment and tell me your experiences, and then we can talk about more of that later. This channel is not going to be just about fatphobia, for the record. It can be feminism, it can be K-pop, it can be geek culture, it can be many things. But I just wanted to start strong, you know? So, well, thanks for watching, and